Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Dojo Setting. Today we are going to sort of get into some specific moves. Today we are going to talk about how to set a reverse catch. Now, what is a reverse catch? A reverse catch is where you start from some holds and your momentum takes you to the next hold, but this is too hard to hold, so you have to simultaneously flip your other hand to catch something so you have that opposition and be able to stay on the wall. Let's try to set a reverse catch. What we're gonna do is put on a start hold. I chose one of the Technic Locusts, mainly because you can match it. You can do reverse catches with 2 holds. It's very doable, but it's a lot easier to be able to just match something. So for a reverse catch to work, the hold that you're matching almost needs to be a gas stone. The reason being is once you go to the next hold, you can't be able to pull on this. If it's here, you already have that opposition. If it's here, you can just lock off. So we're gonna put this in a gas stone position. So let's start with that. Alright, so as it sits now, it's pretty gas stone. The next thing is we're going to put the hold that we're going to catch to. In this case, I have one of my Sugar House Swell in-cuts, I believe this is from. So this needs to be placed far enough away to where you can't just lock this off and grab. So if I were to put it, say, here, if you notice, it's kind of hard to see, this isn't that crazy. I'm gonna just be able to hold this. So I'm gonna put it a little bit further so that I have to generate more momentum. Something that I really have to go for to get. Now it doesn't, at this point, I can't hold this. This is too much. So let's try it and we'll see what happens. The other thing about this is the destination hold, the hold that you're going for, it needs to be very directional. And what I mean by that is it can't really be straight up and down, like it can't be a down pull. The reason being is as you're going for this, this hold needs to be hard enough to where you can't just hold that swing. Your other hand has to do something to keep it. So our catch hold is going to be one of the Foosweave holds. So as we're building this, you're going to want the person to go here. I'm going to put the hold right here for now. And the reason being is you kind of want to have an idea of where your hand is going to naturally want to go. If you're trying to go out and catch something way one direction or the other, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't make sense to do that. So the way that we have it here is it's almost in the natural progression of where your body goes. It might need to move down one, it might need to move up one, but generally it can be over in this area. So let's figure out the feet to make this work. Now the key with the foot placement for the reverse catch, it needs to be closer to your launch hold. And the reason being is if you put it sort of in the middle, the climber is just gonna be able to perch on that foot, and depending on the size of the move, just sort of do a big iron cross. So you don't want it too far over to where the climber can just perch. It really helps if the footholds are directional. If you put this straight up and down, again, it leaves more room to perch. But if I turn it and I'm pressing into it here, it's gonna be harder for me to perch onto it. I'm going to have to use some momentum and make a move. So let's start with this thing. We'll just sort of take a guess at it and we'll try it and we'll make it happen. Let's see. So I'm gonna put it right over here. now that we have the move at least on the wall, I don't know if it works or not, let's test it. Let's see if it does work. So the way it is now, the foot is too far out to where you have to perch too much to be able to do the move. We're looking for something that's sort of quick and snappy. So I'm gonna move the foot in a little bit and see if that does any difference. That's getting closer. If you noticed, my left hand didn't quite hit the sweet spot of the hold. Where I wanted to grab naturally, where my hand went, was low. So I'm gonna move the catch hold down one, and we'll go from there. All right, so that worked. A couple things to watch out for. You want to make sure that it's not easier to not flip. So let's try that. You can see that when I did that, I was almost fully extended out. I'm a fairly tall climber. I'm 6 foot with a 6'2" wingspan. So if I'm fully outstretched on something and it feels really, really hard, it feels harder than just flipping, we're probably in good shape. The next thing you want to watch out for is making sure that you can't pre-flip the hold. It's not going to work. And let's take you over to the hold and we'll tell you why it doesn't work. This hold is pretty good, but it's not in cut. There's nothing for me to really grab onto and pull with. The way that this would be a cheat is if we had another foot down here that you could sort of oppose this and pull from. So the way it works now, pre-flipping doesn't work. Just holding it and not catching doesn't work. Let's see if we can do it by not flipping, but just holding on to the destination hold. So that didn't work either, and let's talk about why I chose the hold that I chose. So this thing, it's kind of hard to see. You have a pretty good grip on it. There is a little bit of a lip on it. It's not good enough to hold your body on. It's just slopey enough. So I would say that this is a win. We got the reverse catch to work. So I hope that helped you guys. If there's any other moves that you would like me to walk you through how to set, I'm more than happy to do that as long as I know how to set it. So as always, subscribe, keep checking back for more. We'll do more of these how-to videos, and we'll see you next time.